Hi, everybody. Good evening. Right now is Tuesday, March 17, and it's around 11:30 at night, um, and at the end of the day. And I've been meaning to um, write you email to encourage you and to be able to have a touch point with you. But I was just got a little bit too tired from this whole day. Um, I thought that I would just record this short video as a touch point with all of you and offer a few words of encouragement. Um, in light of all the things that are happening around us, coronavirus threats that is still pretty, it's quite real, and the impact on the economy, impact on our health, impact on the very nature of how we interact, um, it is quite significant. Um, right now, the entire Bay Area is in shelter in place. Um, we're all kind of had to we all had to stay home. Today, I had to not only run ePacBay, uh, running our school, I also run a mommy and daddy homeschool at home with my two kiddos, making sure that they have their classes with me, with mom, making sure that they're doing their work, making sure that they have um, enrichment opportunities. Meanwhile, making sure that you're feeling supported, our students are feeling supported. It was so gratifying to be able to come to the virtual high school student assembly and be able to see all of them there, all in on one screen, and be able to connect that way. I truly miss our time, be able to physically be with one another, and this is a moment where we realize that how easily it is for us to take each other for granted. And so it is this moment that I want to express my deep appreciation for how quickly you have adjusted and changed and pivot from on-site learning to distance learning, and you embrace the challenge. You supported one another, and you're still supporting one another, even from the preparation to actually making it happen today, first day. I bet you're exhausted. I bet you're so tired, um, and I bet that there's such a major learning curve. None of us none of us were hired or necessarily being called in the beginning to be virtual instructors or virtual educators. We're all educated or trained to be to have that kind of interpersonal connections and interactions as the basis and fundamental mode of instruction and education. So this is really, really different. But I am so appreciative of you being able to embrace this call to continue to be excellent, continue to love on our students and support our students in their growth. Um, During this unprecedented time, I want to say my encouragement to all of us is that we had to adjust our expectation. Um, in many ways, we just cannot carry the same expectations for our students in a physical school to a virtual learning space. At least not in a short time right now. We need to give them time to adjust the same way that we need time to adjust as well. So be mindful of that. Be flexible and be patient. Um, for me, I would recommend and encourage all of us that instead of really focusing on the quality of instruction, which we need to do that in the long term, and who knows what the future holds. But really, at this moment, this critical season, challenging season for all of us and for our students and their families, let's focus on the quality of the relationships with them. Focus on the quality relationships with each other. I think this is really, really important. We need to be able to journey with them to get through this challenging time. Um, my adjustment in terms of expectation for how you deliver instruction is also changing. For middle school, high school, I know that you're blocked, for example, for the high school teachers. Your every block is 80 minutes or 85 minutes. My expectation is that in terms of synchronous uh, learning, synchronous Zoom learning, if you can deliver at least 50 minutes of it, um, and deliver a very quality 50 minutes of that synchronous learning, I'll be really, really excited and satisfied. Obviously, if you go above and beyond that, that's also great. But feel know that you have the freedom to be able to craft your lessons and instructional strategies within that parameters. Now, um, regarding to the just in terms of your health and well-being, be sure to be wise and smart about all the social distancing protocols. um, and we've been talking about it often, many times already. You receive that, that kind of information everywhere, so I'm not gonna belabor on that point. But let's continue to be mindful of that, not only protecting ourselves, but also protecting our communities. But we also still need to be connected. Let's not be isolated. Let's find way to connect with one another, whether it's going to the ePacBay virtual breakout room, the break room, faculty break room, or to reach out to one another, to support each other and love on each other. If you're struggling and you feel isolated and you feel unsupported, please reach out. This is a moment where those of us who have a responsibility to be able to kind of support and take care of everyone, uh, sometimes we may fall short of that. So please reach out. Let us know how we can support you, how I can support you, and how I can encourage you. In closing, I want to just read this particular passage from Romans as a way to close it out. And I know this is coming to be a little longer sort of a video, but let me just finish our time here by reading this passage from Romans chapter 8, starting with verse 18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The creation waits in eager expectation for the sons and daughters of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth, right up to the present time. Not only so, but we ourselves, who are the first fruit of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for our adoption as sons and daughters, the redemption of our bodies. For in this hope we were saved, but hope that is seen is no hope at all. Who hopes for what he already has? But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. And this is a time of suffering in a sense, but we as Christ followers have this deep hope in Christ and in Him. Let's continue to demonstrate that and continue to exercise that hope in our daily lives. I hope these words encourage you all, and I'll be praying for all of us. Good night.